Hello my friends, welcome to a new episode of your channel, Board and Fire. Today we present to you a new episode of the Critical Moments series, in which we cover one of the best matches of the second round of the 2022 Grand Prix tournament, the group stage between Giri with the white pieces and Nikita with the black pieces. In this situation, the black player fell into a brilliant trap by Giri, and because of him succeeded in sweeping the match to the end. Here, Giri played pawn b5 to banish the black queen's pavilion knight. Knight a7. Instead of Giri defending his advance pawn, he played pawn h4. Black's best move here was pawn g4. And according to the search engine, the position arrives in this form. And although the search engine gives that the position is neutral, the white is late with the pawn and the structure of his pawn is weak. But what happened in the match is that the black captured the pawn with his knight, threatening the white bishop. Giri replied pawn captures pawn. Now the black cannot capture the bishop, otherwise he will lose by the following moves, g6. Now if black escapes with the move rook e7, white wins by the moves, queen e2 now threatens the move queen h5, then queen h7, then queen h8. Checkmate, taking advantage of the advanced g-pawn, and the bat of the rook position. So the black play the only move that saves their match queen d5. Now if white plays the same moves, there will be a defense of the checkmate with the move queen g8. Giri continues the attack with knight f5, threatening the rook. If black playing rook e8, Giri wins by the move rook h4, and now there is no defense to attack queen h5 and then checkmate. The search engine even gives the best move rook e7 to lose the rook and his queen and the match in 4 moves after it. If he escapes here with move rook d7, Giri wins by the moves, pawn captures pawn. Queen d2. Pawn captures pawn. Queen captivates queen. Rook captivates queen. Rook f8. Rook e7 is a double threat to the rook and the pawn. If rook captures pawn. Although Giri can win the rook, but the better win by the following moves, rook captured pawn check. Rook captures pawn. Rook e8 check. Rook f8. Knight h6 check. King h8 rook captures rook check. Rook g8 rook captures rook checkmate. But if black plays here, pawn captures pawn loses by the following moves, rook captures rook. Bishop captures pawn check. King captures bishop. After any move to black. Knight h6 check. King h8. Rook h7 checkmate. But if he plays here, rook captures rook, he loses by the following moves, rook captures rook. Bishop captures pawn check. King f1 and not king captures bishop, which prevents the white from carrying out his offensive ideas because of the presence of a rook that will pin either the pawn or the knight. Rook d8 rook captures pawn check. King h8 rook h7 check. King g8 rook f7 check. King f8 rook h8 checkmate. But if plays here rook e6, the white will end the match with the following attack, queen h5. Now there is no defense for the queen h7 and then attacking the g7 and h8, and don't forget to threaten with a fork if the rook leaves the file. And because there is no escape for the rook, as we analyzed at length, the best move here is king f8. White continues his attack with the move queen h5 knight c4. Queen h8 check. Queen g8. Queen captivate queen check. King captivates queen. Knight captivated rook check. But if black plays here, rook d7. White responds pawn captures pawn. Pawn captures a pawn. Rook captures pawn. Queen g8. Knight e7 rook captures knight. Rook captures rook. There is no defense for checkmate by the move queen f5. But if he escapes with the move rook f8, Giri wins by the moves. Queen e2 prepares to launch the same attack that we analyzed earlier, and the black defends rook d8. Queen h5 threat is now checkmate rook e8. For Giri to win by the move, knight f5. Now there is no defense to attack queen h7 and then queen h8 checkmate. so that the search engine gives a queen sacrifice in front of a knight if the black want to complete the match. The best move here is the knight c4, threatening the queen, and although Giri has the opportunity to take the rook with a check and then escape with his queen, we give the following analysis. Queen e2 with the same threat that we explained earlier. Knight d6 with a threat to rook. There is still a chance to take the rook with check, but the best move is rook h4. If the black think of escaping with the rook, he lose the match. The best thing is to continue defending Giri's sweeping attack with the move rook e8. Queen h5. King f8. Knight e4. Queen f5. Knight captures knight. Queen captures queen. Rook captures queen. Knight captures pawn. Rook h8 check. King e7. Rook captures rook check. King captures rook. Pawn captures rook check. King captures pawn. Then the match is completed with the following moves, which allows to white to excel with the passant pawn. Perhaps not the best thing, but it is better than the results we reached in the previous analyses. That's why here the black did not allow the white to push his pawn to the 6th row, and he picked it up. Giri once again leaves his bishop and plays queen captures pawn. Knight captures bishop. Rook h4. Rook e8. Queen h5. As we saw before, the threat is now checkmate. Rook f6. Knight e4. This is an important move as it is not only a threat to the rook, but also wants to reach the knight to the g5 square, to close the ways for the king to escape. Rook f5. Knight g5 for the same reason that we explained. Rook captures knight, forcing him not to lose the match. Queen captivates rook. Black's best move here was knight c4, to activate the knight as mentioned in one of the previous analyses, but instead black played c5. Queen g6 threatening the black bishop and pressing the rook. Bishop d8. Rook h7. And here the black resigned, but why? We offer the following analysis. Black's best move is bishop f6. Queen h5 now threatens to check and get the rook. King f8. Pawn captures e5. If bishop captures pawn, Giri responds with moves. Rook h8 check. King e7. Queen captures bishop check. King f7. Rook captures rook and then checkmate with 6 moves. If rook captures pawn, Giri completes the attack. Rook captures rook. Bishop captures rook. Rook h8 check. King e7. Queen captures bishop check. King f7. Queen captures pawn. Now it is the win situation. A great match and a special attack from Giri, who just tied in the 3rd round of the tournament. We hope that you have liked our analysis. We hope you will honor us by joining the channel, and waiting for our coverage for the rest of the tournament.